Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show. I'm Jill, and today we're going to share with you a recap of making our show on the road from Toronto, Canada. 3 months ago, we sold off everything we own to reduce our possessions down to 2 carry-on bags, 2 backpacks, and 1 large suitcase full of kitchen supplies, and set out on a journey to slow travel around the world in search of delicious new cuisines to study and transform into whole food plant-based recipes. Our first stop was Grand Cayman in the beautiful Cayman Islands, where we met some new friends and had a truly magical experience. Next, we headed to Toronto, Canada to dive into the international vegan food scene and to explore the tastes of plant-based food from the many diverse cultures that call Toronto home. If you're following along at home on our adventure to make plant-based cooking easy, we invite you to follow the link in the description to join us and become a community member to support our work today. We took a quick Uber from the airport to our apartment, which would serve as our home base right in the heart of Toronto. This put us on the west end of the Bloor Street subway line within walking distance of High Park, which is a beautiful 400-acre park in the heart of the city. First things first, we settled into our apartment and took inventory of the kitchen setup and supplies so we would know what we had to work with and what we would need to source for cooking on the show. We always stay in places that have a full kitchen, not only for the ease of cooking at home, but more importantly so we have a set to film our show. After taking inventory, we set out on our first local adventure to explore what was available nearby. We are going car-free as much as possible while we travel, and we found this was extremely easy in Toronto thanks to the fantastic public transportation systems of subways, streetcars, and buses, as well as having everything we needed within walking distance around our part of the city. We had an initial grocery delivery from Loblaws to get our kitchen established, and then hit the local bodegas for fresh fruit and produce. We were also excited to onboard our new partnership with the Sprouting Company, who sent us their sprouting kit so we can grow our own sprouts as we travel. This has been a game changer because we can have the most massive pile of fresh sprouts within a few days of landing in a new place, and always have the most nutrient-dense food on earth at our fingertips. And if you want to get your sprouting kit, just follow the link in the description and use the code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout for 10% off your first order. We always take a 3 to 4 mile morning walk and quickly found that our daily routine of walking down Bloor Street to High Park to make the rounds in nature and then stop for a lunch or a coffee on the way home. We discovered locals feed the chipmunks, squirrels, and birds in the park regularly, so we brought along a big bag of peanuts and enjoyed hand feeding all the creatures in the park each day. Finding connections and time to spend in nature, even in a big city, is essential to feeling grounded and at home wherever we go. Some afternoons, we used our walks to trek through the city to find new, authentic cuisines to try. Some of our favorite finds that will inspire future episodes on the show were the Japanese flavors of Musoshin ramen, where Jeff was in heaven with their delicious Kyoto white miso ramen and yakisoba noodles. We found again and again that the best places were the small, family-owned restaurants off the beaten path. We fell in love with the Ethiopian and Eritrean food at Arata Bar and Restaurant. We had the vegan platter for 2, which is served in the traditional style on a massive injera plate with various dishes on top to be eaten by hand. Tien Tam Restaurant served up plant-based Asian fusion flavors, where we devoured the Bon Jiao Vietnamese crepe and the Thai laksa curry spiced noodles. Jeff took home the laksa sauce and poured it over his cabbage salads for the next 3 days. We found the South Indian Dosa Mahal after a long walk just past the southeast corner of High Park. It was well worth the hike to find this little gem with the offering of vegan ghee to make a dosa that had to be the length of my entire arm. The massive dosa is chewy and slightly crunchy, rolled up lengthwise and stuffed with spiced potatoes, spinach, and vegan cheese. Yum! We found Momo Gar on Google Maps before we even landed in Toronto, and had it on the top of our list to have our first experience of authentic Tibetan cuisine. Jeff has studied Tibetan Buddhism for many years and was excited to try Tibetan momos. Momo Gar delivered with their steamed or pan-fried cabbage momos and spicy chili sauce. We came back multiple times and we were given the basic recipe for the momo so that we could make it on the show. We also hit a few vegan junk food places to find the rare jewels of vegan donuts from Ashino's and something called a chimney from Eva's Chimneys, which is pretty much a donut in the shape of an ice cream cone filled with vegan ice cream and various goodies. We can't eat this stuff regularly, and it did leave us with a bit of a bellyache, but it was a fun treat to try. After trying quite a few coffee shops, we found Silver Fox, formerly known as the Coffee Boutique, where the owner Victor created a tranquil space in the heart of the city to stop and enjoy some of the best bespoke blended coffee roast you will find in Toronto, along with some vegan baked goods. We stopped in Silver Fox many times on our way home from the park for my cortado with steamed almond milk and Jeff's chai latte. After all these years of making the show online, we rarely get to meet people in person or our viewers in person, so it was a real treat to get a message from Michelle Spring, one of our viewers who's been with us for a long time, and she is just the sweetest person. We first met Michelle at Good Grains, where Karen McKelson is serving up whole food plant-based oil-free goodness. Michelle then invited us to Bologna Jane for some of the best authentic plant-based Italian food we have ever tasted. We spent the afternoon getting to know Michelle, and we found that she had created her own line of boutique kale granola. She generously shared the recipes with us and some samples. These boxes were full when we got them, so we can make some of these ingenious treats in future episodes on the show. Thank you, Michelle. During our stay in Toronto, we created a recipe for asparagus soup, where we sourced asparagus from our favorite bodega, Carload Food Market. We also made the popular bologna recipe that has served up some nostalgic memories for many viewers. And lastly, we created my spin on the Canadian classic poutine with sweet potato fries, mushroom gravy, and plant-based cheese curd. And as always, we sourced all of our pantry supplies from our partner Essential Organics, who are actually a Canadian company. And if you want to give them a try, you can use the code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout by following the link in the description for 10% off your first order. We really enjoyed our time in Toronto and found the feel of the city to be mellow and accessible, and Canadians to be a friendly and welcoming bunch. We now look forward to slowing down a bit for new adventures and new flavors at our next stop in the Blue Mountains in Ontario, Canada. Thanks for watching, and come back next week for another great recipe.